Hello and welcome to this medic guide for GoreBox version 15.3. When your version doesn't match with this, please look in the description to get more information. I try to explain everything in as little time as possible, so the video is quite fast. So if you notice in the first part that this video doesn't help you, I would recommend to read some of the resources in the description and just practice by jumping down somewhere, spawn in enemy NPCs to get attacked, or use grenades and healing yourself after this. Maybe you can come back to this guide later if you want the example section after you read the resources. Maybe I will make some on resources and then link them down below. The video consists out of 3 parts. 1. The player's body. 2. How to treat. 3. Examples.
The player's body consists out of multiple parts which all take damage separately. You can see the current state of a body part by clicking on it in the body inspector. When damaged, a body part can also start to bleed. Body parts can get destroyed. Head, neck, chest, diaphragm, and spine all cause instant death when destroyed. For limbs, you have to know the difference between a broken and a destroyed limb. Besides the left arm, which only prevents you from using two-handed weapons when destroyed, all other limbs cause instant death when destroyed. When the right arm is broken, you can't use any weapons, while a broken left arm has the same effects as a destroyed left arm. A broken leg forces you to always stay in a crouch position, so you won't be able to jump or run. Body parts can affect your stats. There are 7 stats in the game. 1. The condition. This shows the overall condition of the player. It increases over time when no other stat is decreasing it. 2. The blood stat. This stat shows how much blood the player currently has in his body. It sets the maximum value the condition stat can reach. 3. The air stat. This stat behaves like a stamina bar in other games, so it gets decreased when you, for example, sprint or dive, and like the condition stat, increases when not decreased by any other source over time. When this reaches 0, the condition stat gets lowered. 4. The pain stat. This stat shows how much pain the player currently feels. If it is too high, the player gets knocked out. 5. The adrenaline stat. This stat shows how much adrenaline there is in the player's body. It gets increased by taking damage. It lowers dizziness and increases the running and punching speed and also the jumping height. 6. The poison stat. This stat indicates how much poison the player currently has in his body. While this stat is bigger than 0, it increases the dizziness stat. Also, it decreases the condition if bigger than 0. 7. The dizziness stat. If this stat is bigger than 0, it causes the cursor to move around randomly and can also cause knockouts. The player also has 2 organs, the lungs and the heart. If the lungs are really damaged, you also start to lose air. The same goes for the heart. Also, if your blood stat drops below 30%, you get a heart attack, which has the same effects as a damaged heart, but can get treated differently. More about that in the How to Treat section. To treat wounds, you have to know the needed medical items in GoreBox. Blood. This syringe increases the current blood level by 20%. Morphine. This syringe purges all pain, but also adds 10% poison and 5% dizziness. Gastrodin. This syringe decreases dizziness by 75%. Antidote. This syringe purges all adrenaline, poison, and pain. Adrenaline. This syringe can restart a heart, adds 100% adrenaline, but also 10% poison and 5% dizziness. Bandages. Adds 75 healing points to the selected body part and also reduces bleeding by 50%. Pills. Small pills reduce pain by 20%, but also add 10% poison, while the big pills decrease pain by 100%, but add double the poison, so 20%. Medkit. The medkit is a really powerful item. It automatically selects the most damaged body part and fully heals it, and also stops all bleeding for that body part.
Also, it restores 15% of blood and decreased poison by 10% and pain by 15%. The remaining points of one healing get added to next most damaged body part until there are no points left. These are not all, but the only ones you need for healing. Here, we will only focus on healing without medkit. So let's just go through the process. Sadly, there are some limits to what organ damage you can heal in GoreBox. While you can heal heart damage with a medkit, you can't do anything against lung damage without using a mesh electronics syringe. While the medkit seems to heal lung damage at first, it looks like there is some bug that the effects caused by a damaged lung don't disappear. So, for lung damage, you have to use an ME, and for heart damage, a medkit or ME.
This, of course, wasn't all you can learn. Some things aren't explained in detail, and there are some edge cases or connections between specific things which I didn't explain here because they are not important for trading. Maybe I will create some own resources you can use to also learn some of these things. They will be linked in the description as soon as they exist. I hope you learned something, and goodbye.